The message in the comics is usually the Fantastic Four doesn't have a leader. Like they're all kind of equal.
That's incorrect.
Who's the leader?
Reed.
All the time.
All the time.
You've never
Except in his absence.
Okay.
Then Sue takes
Then
over.
Sue. There's a rumor that in the movie Sue may be kind of framed as the leader of the Fantastic Four.
Of course.
Yeah. Why do you say of course?
Dude, we don't need to go down that road. Yeah, we don't need to go down that road. It's bullshit. Which is one of the reasons why one of the fucking 50 times that she left him.
Right.
Right? You don't treat me as an equal. Okay.
But you believe that, or do you believe that she has what it takes to be that character?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In the absence of Reed.
Right.
You can't have two chefs. It's not man, woman. You just can't have, if you have two minds, you're going to have two different opinions.
Right.
It's as simple as that. And they both can't have a voice at the same time.
The bigger thing I want to talk about here was last week we said on Agree to Disagree that Sue would solo the Fantastic Four. Right? So one of my friends on TikTok, Adrian, he said that there's no way that Sue could defeat Johnny Storm.
Not only could she defeat the Fantastic Four, she could do it all at the same time.
Damn. The Fantastic Four. We talked a lot. We had a fantastic episode last week.
Yep.
We talked all about Fantastic Four. Your hidden gem is Reed, right? Yep. My comic moments was all based on the bridge. So I know the message in the comics is usually the Fantastic Four doesn't have a leader, right? You've never heard that.
No.
Maybe that's more of a newer Fantastic, but that's kind of the consensus out there.
Wait a minute, you talking about like a leader of the group?
Yes.
Or leader like the big-headed leader?
No, leader of the group.
Oh, okay.
Like they're all kind of equal.
That's incorrect.
Who's the leader?
Reed.
Okay. All the time.
All the time.
You've never
except in his absence.
Okay.
Then Sue takes over.
Sue.
And then is Ben, and then Johnny's never the leader.
Okay. I've always looked at Reed as the leader.
Right.
And I think in some of the newer comics, it's kind of like it's not as much because he's gone a lot too. So it's hard to be a leader when you're in the fucking negative zone. You're in the
then
bridge.
It rolls down to Sue.
Yeah. But Sue is known as like she's that second leader.
Yep.
And there's been times where she was the main leader in the comics.
Absolutely.
There's a rumor that in the movie, Sue may be kind of framed as the leader of the Fantastic Four.
Of course.
Yeah. Why do you say of course?
Dude, we don't need to go down that road. Yeah, we don't need to go down that road. It's bullshit. Which is one of the reasons why one of the fucking 50 times that she left him.
Right.
Right? You don't treat me as an equal. Okay.
But you believe that, or do you believe that she has what it takes to be that character?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In the absence of Reed.
Right.
You can't have two chefs. I don't care, dude. You can't have two chefs in the kitchen.
Yep.
It's not man, woman. You just can't have, if you have two minds, you're going to have two different opinions.
Right.
It's as simple as that. And they both can't have a voice at the same time.
Right. Do you think any of this is, like you bring up often the fact that early in comics, women were secretaries.
Pretty much.
Right.
And by secretary, I don't mean they were literal secretaries. They were treated as they were back in those days.
Right.
Kind of undervalued.
Correct.
Definitely of no equal kind of status.
Right. Like early comics, there's no way Sue's going to be the leader of the Fantastic Four.
No.
There even Vanessa Kirby, who plays Sue in this, she had in some interviews she was talking about laughing with Pedro Pascal when they were reading some comics from the '60s, and Sue, Reed was trying to stop Sue from complaining, so he offered to buy her a dress. So kind of like goes right to that whole they're treated as their stereotypical women back then.
Yeah, I'm not guessing. Never mind.
Okay. But what she says is she wants to modernize the character. Not so much, didn't want to make her a bad boss bitch, she said, but more of a genuine feminine soulfulness, whatever that means.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, outside of all this nonsense they're talking, having Sue as a leader, it don't bother me.
It doesn't bother me either.
Yeah.
When Reed's gone. But also, Edward Norton wanted to modernize the Hulk too.
True.
Where is he?
Yeah, he is. He is yet to be found, actually. But so, anyways, she may be leader. We'll see. We'll find out what happens. But the bigger thing I want to talk about here was last week we said on Agree to Disagree that Sue would solo the Fantastic Four. Right? So one of my friends on TikTok, Adrian, he said that there's no way that Sue could defeat Johnny Storm.
Not only could she defeat the Fantastic Four, she could do it all at the same time.
Damn. Okay.
Johnny in the bubble, his flame goes out, and he suffocates. Thing, the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Thing's so strong. Well, he needs oxygen to breathe, number one. As a matter of fact, she can just put all of them in one bubble and evacuate oxygen. That will eliminate all of them for all their powers.
They're all
That's
unconscious.
the simplest way to do it.
Yeah.
But if she wants to attack them differently, right? She can eject Thing into space, put douse Johnny's flame by putting him in the bubble, and drop a minuscule bubble inside of Reed's system and expand it beyond his 1,500 feet, right? Basically stretch him to the size of a planet, and he's gone. So.
And, it's kind of like how Batman could defeat the whole Justice League.
Right.
He's on the team. He knows all their weaknesses.
Right. Matter of fact, not only does he know all their weaknesses, there's a protocol to attack all, which somebody stole and used it against them.
Sue knows, Johnny's her brother, Reed's her husband, Ben's literally like their best friend for life.
Right.
She knows all their weaknesses too.
Yep.
And to your point, she'd take them out like this, dude.
Yep.
We don't have to do a versus. The versus is Sue would fuck all y'all up.
All right.
Yes, people say crazy stuff on TikTok, dude. They need to get banned from that. Yeah, they get suspended. You know how we used to get suspended in school? I don't know about you, but you get suspended, detention, things of that nature.
Everybody has an opinion.
Okay.
And an asshole.
True. You know what? I'm going to vote for suspending them. I offer to be the principal of TikTok. Okay. Just for the comic fans. And I decide the punishment. You're suspended for 3 hours. Oh, you're really stupid. You're suspended for 4 fucking days. You should think about what you did. So. Anyways, moving on, Adrian. Another thing about the Fantastic Four and Superman, they both broke records during pre-sale this past week. So Fantastic Four tickets went on sale first. Superman went on sale about a week later. But according to the box office analyst, Luis Fernando here says that Superman's first 24 hours were 1.1 times ahead of Fantastic Four in that same time frame, which I'm not surprised by. Are you?
I think this bullshit.
You do?
Yeah. You can't have Superman not exceeding the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
The greatest alien in the universe has to outsell the Fantastic Four. I call bullshit.
Okay, so you think they're just straight up bullshit?
Yeah. I'm not saying that they didn't sell out or they didn't do this more or whatever, but
because of the amount, 1.1, you think that's a lot?
It's not even the amount. They came up with the amount just to supersede the Fantastic Four.
Do you think Superman's more popular than the Fantastic Four, though?
Yeah. I do.
So none of this surprise when people celebrating DC's back now. Superman should have more interest in the Fantastic Four.
They should,
right? Just like when I say that Batman vs. Superman was a failure because it didn't do $1 billion, you had Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman all in the same movie.
Right.
And you couldn't do $1 billion?
Right. And then you added the Flash and Aquaman, and you still shit yourself.
Absolutely. So I think that was as much as whatever it was, 800 million, 700 million could be a failure. It was a failure because it didn't do that with that character.
Right.
Now this, they've been out of the movies for a while. Do I think Superman will do $1 billion? Probably not. But I think it will be one of the biggest movies of the year.
Yeah.
But I'm still more excited about Fantastic Four.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't get the Superman glaze.
I don't get why Godzilla's in the movie.
So really Godzilla? Is this Godzilla W? It could be, It's a crossover, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, Superman and Godzilla next summer.
Godzilla-esque creature that was in the movie, in the trailer.
Who would win that, though? Superman, Godzilla?
Ooh, I'm thinking Godzilla. Dude.
Think so?
No.
Superman would
just fly down his throat.
Right.
And give him diarrhea or some shit.
Who do you guys think would win? Superman, Godzilla? I'm going Superman, as much as it pains me to admit that Superman's good at anything.
Right. Also, it takes Godzilla too long to come up with that his fins have to pop out
Yeah.
in order for him to get all charged up.
Right.
And Superman could have
He's got that
dumped
those
him by then.
laser
Yeah.
eye beams,
Yep.
dude. That
the
that's
speed, the strength.
True.
He take him out rather.
Superman would
quickly.
wreck Godzilla,
Yep.
dude. It'd be
Yep.
so quick. It'd be in a post-credit scene, dude.
Yeah.
We don't have to do a whole movie. It'd just be after the Superman. Dude, hey, after the Superman movie, have him solo Godzilla in a
Right.
few seconds.
There you go.
How does Godzilla stand up in the ocean like that, though? Like, you ever see, like, his knees are at the top of the ocean when he's walking? Is he on stilts or something?
Sand dune.
Okay, that's what it is.
You know.
Got it. Okay.
Him and the thing pulling the Titanic.
Right, like, why is the water waist deep on Thing, but the
Right.
Titanic is behind him?
Do you understand that in order for a boat that big to be on the water, at least 30 feet of it is underneath the water?
Yes.
I mean, they got this giant sonar dome right in the front, dude.
I mean,
Come on.
I understand that. I mean, we just saw a quick, so maybe we're misjudging.
Yeah.
Maybe,
You know what it was, though?
He's on a jet ski.
No, he's walking on top of a force field that Sue has put under him, underwater.
Dude, if that is it, if that's really what's going on, I quit. I'm done. We're talking about something else here. I can't. We're actually gonna start making movies. If
Exactly.
That's what happened.
Exactly.
Shit.